So today's video, we're going to be doing cinematic headshots. And what we're doing is we're shooting in studio, we're shooting out the window in the background, so in that way we can get that outdoor look, but we're doing it in studio where we can control the lighting and whatever we need to do. The main thing behind this video though, is that you can shoot this with just about any camera, any lens. There's nothing specific. I mean, you don't want to go wide or anything, but you don't need a very fast lens. Normally a portrait lens would be considered 85 to 105. What we're gonna do in this case, because we have a kit lens on the Sony a6000, and it's like 4.5 to 6.3 aperture, what we're gonna do is we're gonna shoot this all the way at about 135 to 200, and that's where we're gonna go to make sure we can get the background blown out. And that'll give us the exact same look as if we were shooting with like a 1.4 or 1.2. So let's get a few shots in, see what they look like. Here's Cecily, our model for today.
Hi.
And so we're gonna go over there and get some shots and see what they look like. A couple quick things I wanted to mention that will probably make things a little easier is one of the main things, you always want to, since you're shooting out a window and you have the glass there, you want to make sure you avoid reflections. The way I do that is I position myself a little bit to the side of the direction I'm going to be shooting in. That way when the strobe fires, I don't get any glare or reflection off the glass. The other thing I do is to make sure that I give it that outdoor look, I'll include another kicker light, a speed light, or in this case I have an Einstein with a gel on it, a CTO. You can use it as a single, as a half, as a quarter, however warm you want that look from the side. And that just kind of gives it the look like there's a sunbeam coming through. And it just ties the whole look together for that cinematic kind of look. You can use that in a softbox, you can just use it bare bulb like I do, but there's really, you just play around with it and come up with a look that you like for yourself. It doesn't have to be specifically this look. So that's pretty much it, guys. You don't need any kind of special camera, special equipment. I think a lot of times people will make more of it than it actually is. You just need a good way to light the person. You need maybe something in the kicker if it's cloudy to give that orange glow. I use a Sony a7R II with the Batis 85 1.8. That's kind of my go-to lens for portraits. When I was shooting with Fuji or some of these other Canons or some of the other cameras, I was using a 70-200 at 200. So I can achieve the same look with a longer focal length, and that does the same thing where it just completely gets rid of the background, makes it nice and blurry and creamy. So you can use just about any lens. Of course, you don't want to use a wide angle or anything like that, but you can just make it work. And there's no reason to have to go out there and buy special lighting, special gear to achieve that look. Pretty simple. And the shots look great. Most people have used, a lot of these headshots over the last years that I do, and they've been super happy with them. So one more tip, guys. If you're shooting in a studio where maybe that the window is not big enough and it's got a bar down the middle, like a slider, you can always position the person right where that slider bar is in the middle. Just make sure you crop the top of their head, and that way you never even know the bar was there. So you just need a wider window, not necessarily a huge window like maybe we were shooting at. So if there's any other questions that you have, just leave them in the comments. Even if there's a future episode where you'd like to see a certain technique for me to cover for you, just let me know in the comments and we'll take care of it. Also, if you want, subscribe, and that way you'll always be up to date with all the future episodes that we have coming down the road. And again, thanks for watching. Until next time, see you guys. One last thing, guys. If you want to support this channel, you could always visit our online coffee shop and order some coffee beans. They're the best around. Thanks.